special edition of the debate. It's the AMA format tonight on a very special day when we've had two big verdicts in the Supreme Court. Yogita Bayana joining us live. She's been fighting for the Unnao victim. Lalita Kumaramangalam, former chairperson NCW. She was live on the day when Sengar was granted bail.
Yep.
Ranjana Kumari, very vocal the day Sengar was granted bail, back on the debate with us, defending, I wouldn't say defending Sengar, but defending Sengar to an extent. Deepika Narayan Bharadwaj, prominent men's rights activist, live from our studios here. Sharian Mukherjee, advocate Supreme Court. Shaina NC, Shiv Sena spokesperson, joining us on the debate. Arnab.
Yeah, and Sharian had actually worked in the chambers of senior advocate N. Hariharan, who represented Kuldeep Singh Sengar in the 2017 Unnao rape case. Shaina NC is also with us. We have everyone on the screen, right? So we are also going to open up to calls. We will stay with the calls. We're opening this up. I just wanted to get a sense of both sides of this debate. Are there really two sides out here? Yogita is with us yet?
Yes, she is.
Yogita, are you there? Can't see you. Yogita? She heads People Against Rape in India party. She's been really fighting. Congratulations on this, Yogita. I think it was a very major decision. The Supreme Court staying the High Court's terrible decision to suspend the life sentence for Sengar, right? Now, where does it stand right now? The decision has been stayed, but, you know, off public eye again, you know, things tend to change. You were with the victim today, right? You were with the survivor. What was she like? What was her response? What's this fight been like? Last 6-7 days, there'll be a lot of action around you. So, Yogita, how do you see this? And then I'll get the contrary side with.
First of all, sure. First of all, let me thank you for raising it on prime time the day the verdict was out. I think it was the first one, you were the first one to interview her when we actually had no clue what we are going to do. Honestly, that was the day from the High Court when she called me, this has happened, because we were not prepared, because she was living a normal life and we had no idea this will happen. So from the court, she had no support. There was no lawyer, so-called lawyers around her. There was none. She was all by herself, alone, with her security. And she just called me and she was crying. She was crying for help that he's out. She could not even understand what happened because it was in English. So she called me, Didi, something has gone wrong. I don't know, it is in, but I think it is bail, I heard, but that's what she could manage to hear. I said, okay, I'll come to you. And I reached her and like she was going home, but then I stopped her. I said, we must meet your lawyers and ask what happened exactly. And this particular lawyer was not even picking up the calls. He did not pick up her calls till evening, and then we had to go to his office and gate crash and ask him what exactly went wrong. Now he's definitely getting a lot of attention. But he was the same one who did not even nicely met us, and he just said ki ho gaya, I was expecting this order, now you go and protest if you want to change it. I mean, this, if you can expect this from a lawyer, the one she was trusting for years, and this is exactly what we got to hear. And when we were in the bus and we didn't know, she said, I don't want to go home now, what to do? You know, she was asking me, and when we were doing a live debate with you, that was the time.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
You know, remember you asked me what is next. I said, we will just sit wherever we find a place, we'll sit. And we were at India Gate Circle. We were just taking rounds. We didn't know what to do. And I had plain paper and we just made some slogans and sat outside India Gate. And this is how it all began, because of the media, especially to you for raising it. So we have not really, I would say that this victory should come on its own, and it's in history that in 4-5 days, you know, this kind of order has been overturned by Supreme Court. And however, there's a vacation going on in the bench. Now what next? I don't know. I was just telling since yesterday, since the time people were asking me, are you happy with CBI, what they have done? I said, whatever they have done in past in connivance with whosoever, and our lawyers also, the victim's lawyers also failed her. We are hoping that now CBI has no face to, you know, show to people of the country, because we have a lot of support. So definitely they will do a good job, and they did a good job today. I would be very honest with you. They represented it very well. Tushar Mehta represented it very well. And Supreme Court, one step further, they gave a very good, you know, observations on High Court order, and they condemned it, and they gave an order in our favor. It is a complete victory, I would call it. And now what next? as we want to go ahead with they have given time, 1 month time to Kuldeep Singh Sengar to kind of put, if at all, is there any kind of a side he would like to give, and to the victim if she also wants to give some this thing. Now I get to know that now the lawyer is trying to kind of goof up here, and he wants that CBI, he wants to go and do some goof up. I don't know technically, that we are still figuring it out, but I am really thankful, genuinely thankful to all the people who have supported this movement. No, not on the road for sure, because we were only 3-4 of us. It might look like a public outrage. It was only 3 or 4 people from my team or my friend. One of my friend came forward.
Yeah, you know, Yogita, before I get a reaction from Deepika and the others on it, there are two or three points of view. I've always told, why don't you put all points of view? And I'm putting all points of view. The only comment I would make here, because this is being done in an AMA format, is that there is generally a feeling in this country that there is an asymmetry in the system, you know. That today there is no opposition. You know, Ranjana, that there is no opposition in this country. Rahul Gandhi is 50% of the time, forgive me, traveling abroad. Your parliament is not serious, everyone. Parliament meets but doesn't really do anything very much. And therefore, a lot of injustice happens. You know, Ranjana, this gives me a feeling, this is giving people hope that injustice cannot happen. Doesn't mean, however asymmetrical our political setup today may be, in the absence of a credible opposition, the asymmetry in the system can be corrected if people speak up. Ranjana, this has got symbolism now, the Sengar case, right? What's the symbolism here?
Well, you know, the symbolism is that on the one side, the way we are looking at the verdict and the court and the CBI and the role of people sitting in the authority, you know, their whole, you know, perspective and the way they look at these cases and the way they, you know, I do not know if I want to call it very easily corruptible. I think it's just that on the other side, people's voice, and when you add your voice, and especially you, Arnab, I think it really became the outrage that we all have felt. And even from the day one, you know, when we have been mobilizing and talking and, you know, protesting against, and of course, Yogita is brave. She really faced it alone on that day. I think so that gets really strengthened, and people cannot ignore it. Then people sitting in power have to think twice before. But you know, here is a larger question, Arnab. Why a convicted person with CBI having all the data, everything collected, conclusively proven case, how can High Court suspend the punishment? You know, how can they do it? So this needs to be investigated. And Supreme Court just saying stay is not enough. They have to really, at all costs, put this all back into the place. And that did not happen. So I also have my doubt that tomorrow when we all are like, you know, doing something or the other, and then all of a sudden we'll realize, no, he is really, you know, could win this case again. But I feel that this is the larger question. Systemic failure, time and again. And also the people who can really make a difference are the people who are not really willing to do anything, whether it is the political parties, opposition party, they're not. So it's people's voice along with the voice from the media and strong voice like coming from you. I think it's very, very important to understand that today, people are getting very, very suffocated. They are, you know, Aravali. I mean, the way Aravali has been defined, the whole ecosystem is 100 meters. I mean, what kind of a understanding of the... And today you did repeat the whole thing, what happened with the Supreme Court questioning. I mean, we do not know where we are at the moment. You know, people like us who have really, and all the panelists that you have struggled all our life. Every day of our life, we are struggling to get justice. Where is the justice? Now it's not just women and children. Now even our hills, our mountains, our jungles. I remember Chipko movement when we were all there trying to help out, and we thought, oh, the whole country has been sensitized about the environment issue. And look where we are today. So I think, you know, it's important, and we are really happy that voices have come back.
But now, you know why this case became so big? First of all, Ranjana, this is our job. It is our job to reflect very strongly if there is injustice which has happened. My question is, why has it taken so long and such... Why why is the system feeling that individuals are alone? Let me put it this way. Why is this? Because Rahul Gandhi has no time for public issues. What does Rahul Gandhi do? Vote chori, vote chori, vote chori. He's not a serious politician. Today, the Solicitor General reminded the court that Sengar is also convicted in a separate case for murdering the victim's father. And has murdering the victim's father in jail and is in jail for that too. Now, what I'm saying is, it's wonderful that Mr. Tushar Mehta is doing this now. But how did it go so far? And what if, I'm just thinking, what if the media had not picked it up? What would have happened here? To people who are telling me today, oh, are you anti-government, for government on these issues? I'm saying, what if we had not picked it up? What if the media didn't pick it up? What if that night when Yogita went to India Gate, and I couldn't care less, frankly, whether Yogita is a BJP supporter, Congress supporter, AAP supporter, any supporter. She's doing the right thing for me at this point of time. I felt terrible when I see that she has no place to protest. And what if our cameras had not amplified that situation? That is the power of the people. Deepika, you have a contrary view on this, I'm told. And so do you, Sharian. Would you like to give your point of view first, please, on this case? What does this case signify?
Please give me some time to speak, Arnab. While I sit here today, I'm not here to defend Sengar. I'm here to speak about two women who completely have been ignored by everyone in this country. And I'm going to talk about Shashi Singh and Nidhi Singh. Do you know who they are, Arnab?
Tell me.
Shashi Singh was co-accused with Kuldeep Singh Sengar. She spent 22 months in jail in the same rape case, but she was acquitted. The girl had claimed that Shashi Singh took her to Sengar's house for getting a job, and that is when she was raped. Shashi Singh has been acquitted, saying the CBI could not establish any communication between Shashi Singh and Kuldeep Singh Sengar and Shashi Singh and the girl. So my question, Arnab, is if two people are conspiring to commit a crime against the third person and the first accused itself has been acquitted, how did the chain of events of crime get completed? Another thing, please pay attention to this. So I'm raising my question today on your debate, Arnab, on the conviction itself. There are 3 timings of one incident given. In the Chief Minister's complaint, it is 2 p.m. that Kuldeep Singh Sengar raped her at 2 p.m. In her media bite, she says that he raped her at 6 p.m. In the final FIR that was supposed to be filed, the time comes to be 8 p.m. Not just this, from where this entire episode started from, a gang rape case filed on 21st June. In one statement, the prosecutrix says that Shashi Singh, who took her apparently to the house of Sengar on 4th of June, getting her raped there, on 11th June, 10 days after that, she again induces her to get a job in Kanpur. And she goes and sits in her car at 10 p.m. without telling anybody, after which she is raped. And in another 164 statement, she says, no, Shashi Singh did not invite me to get a job. I went out to fetch water, and all of this, I'm talking from the court documents. I'm not talking emotions, Arnab. I'm not talking emotions, okay? She said that, no, I went out to fetch water, and then these people kidnapped me. Biggest of all, Arnab, the CBI itself says the girl was not kidnapped in gang rape, taking her away on the 11th of June, but she went out from the Makhi village on 12th of June. She was talking on phone from 7:52 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. on 4th June 2017, Arnab Goswami. But the court rejected call detailed records, scientific evidences, any witnesses from the defense calling them interested, panchayat members who saw a panchayat on 21st June. The crime of Kuldeep Singh Sengar was that he said, do not implicate Shashi Singh and Nidhi Singh, who is her daughter, in this gang rape case.
Can I come in now, please?
Yes, so I am raising question on the conviction, because of which, Delhi High Court suspended the sentence in the first place.
All right, I'm coming in right now. Calls are live. Calls are live.
Date of birth.
Deepika, I hear you. Calls are live. Calls are live right now. Right now, this is an AMA version of my debate. Just give me a moment. This is an AMA version of my debate. 1 minute. It's totally live. It's totally unfiltered. Nothing is edited. Totally free. Sharian, I put myself in the dock if you want. On this, though, I think Yogita can answer this better. And, Lalita can answer this better.
Yep.
You see, viewers, my simple question to you is this. Do either of you actually believe, Deepika and Sharian, that when a woman is being raped and the woman is 16-year-old, in fact, the trial court found that the victim was 15 years and 10 months old, right? She was below the age of 16. She was being raped by a 50-year-old man who is now 59 or 60 years old, right? So he was 50 and she was 15, right? You are telling me today, and my counter question to everyone tonight is, I'm not a lawyer, Lalita is, she should be, that when a woman is raped, tell the woman, while being raped, to keep a recording, to start a stopwatch, 1 minute, so that the woman, 1 minute, you're saying that a woman, that to a 15-year-old girl being raped by a 50-year-old man should keep a stopwatch so he or she can record the time, the duration, the extent of the rape, carry full evidence and provide a foolproof description of the nature, location and place of the rape. Where is, allow me, where is, I want to, 1 minute.
How did Shashi Singh get acquitted? Please answer me that.
1 minute. Deepika, listen. First of all, there are others. Deepika, there are others on the debate. All of these questions, Lalita, it's my humble submission here. 1 minute. No, 1 minute.
All details.
You may, you, 1 minute. Okay, now Deepika, can I, I don't want to speak over you, but I can, but I don't want to.
Of course.
I just want to let everyone come in. All I'm saying is this, all of these arguments, unfortunately, are infructuous because the man has been convicted. You can keep, crying till the cows come home that this is a wrong conviction. Go get the, 1 minute, go to the Supreme Court and get the conviction overturned and then talk. As of now, there is a conviction. The man is a powerful politician who has raped a 15-year-old girl. The conviction has been done, and after that, he is being let off, and the nation is angry about it. I think that's the question. I see. No, 1 minute. AMA version, 1 minute. Lalita Kumaramangalam is on. I'm getting the calls in also. I'm saying this is a conviction. 1 minute, Shari, no, don't, well, listen, let me tell you this. You tell me here today, guys, this is not an aggravated, penetrative, sexual assault. Right? Now, if a 15-year-old girl is raped by a 50-year-old powerful BJP politician at that time, who misuses his powerful politician to rape her, kill her father and kill her 2 aunts, and you tell me there's nothing aggravated about it, what is it, simple? No, I mean, come on, guys, come on, guys. No, I've called you, but can I get the other view to her?
I just want to put some points here.
No, I also want to give you the points, but I want to get Lalita and you together on screen. Lalita and you, 1 minute. No, 1 minute.
The chain was conviction and then suspension of sentence.
Let's hear the other side also.
Let's hear. Had your say. Now let me
okay,
come
Lalita
in,
is coming in. Yeah, this is no filter.
Let me come in, please.
Yeah.
First of all, Arnab, we are not here to discuss the case of these 2 ladies whose names were given. All right? We are here to discuss the case of this young girl who was raped ruthlessly. I'd like to ask this whole country, I mean, if somebody is being raped, do you really expect us to keep looking at the clock to see what time it happened? And let's not forget she was also gang raped. We have not said she was raped once. She could have been raped repeatedly. There are many ifs and buts in anything like this. And let me also remind everybody that there must have been genetic evidence provided to the courts to prove that she was raped.
There was no medical evidence in Sengar case.
The timing.
There was no medical evidence in the Sengar case, ma'am.
Which is always given.
I will come.
If there wasn't medical evidence, that's why it has given rise to all these doubts and all these machinations that's going on. What's going on today, it seems to me, is whataboutery. Why are people still trying to save a man who's a rapist and a murderer? This is why Indian people, the ordinary Indian man, has to fight so darned hard for justice. This is why women activists in this country get so angry when we see over and over again the same problem occurring in every rape case that we have dealt with. We still remember Nirbhaya. And today, exactly the same is happening. A young girl is, literally running from pillar to post. Thank God that the Supreme Court saw some reason today and looked beyond what is the obvious to what is the matter here. A young girl's cry for justice, a young girl's cry to protect her own safety. So thank God today that the Supreme Court somehow has sort of, rehabilitated the lack of trust that most of us Indians have increasingly feel towards the judges and towards the courts. Remember that in India now there is also an increasing feeling that the courts must be held accountable, which was never there before.
I want to open to calls and I'm coming straight to you after that because AMA, I've got too many callers. Niranjan?
Yeah, Ravi from Pune is calling us in. Yes, Ravi, go ahead. Ask your question.
Yeah, Ravi.
Ask Arnab anything.
Republic team and Arnab, thank you so much for taking this up and bringing this matter to the national level. But Arnab, my question is like this, that I feel that only half the justice is being done because one, yes, the victim has some relief and the perpetrator is being nailed once again. But what happens to the judge and the judiciary system who delivered this erroneous judgment? Supreme Court thankfully intervened and got the perpetrator nailed. But what happens to the systemic issues here? What about the judge who passed on this verdict? What happens to him? The second point I have is judicial reforms are so urgent now. Judicial remedies are just beyond the capability, financial capability of normal people. One of the panelists here today talked about it, that the victim had almost no lawyer.
Yeah, you're so right.
How is, I'm sure Republic TV will not be able to take up 53 million pending cases in the country. For sure, yes, what you have done is absolutely commendable.
Yeah.
But what happens to the responsibility of judiciary?
I think that...
Thank you so much.
Well, can I answer that briefly and then bring it across to you? I just, coming to you right after that, because the question was here put to me. I just want to say here, maybe you can also come in on it, that in this case, the court had noted, the High Court, while giving bail in this case, para 44, page 51, I want to quote, "It is also a fact that attempts have been made to harm the relatives and lawyers of the victim survivor. And therefore, this aspect is a very important factor which the court has to keep in mind," which means that the courts accepted, one, that attempts were made to harm the relatives of the victim, two, attempts were made to harm the lawyers of the victim, three, there was a prior murder conviction of the individual, four, there was Supreme Court mandated CRPF protection provided to the victim, right? Now, despite all of this, para 44, page 51 says, the argument of keeping the appellant in custody because of the threat perception to the victim survivor, in the opinion, is not a tenable argument to deny the benefit of 389 CRPC. I'm sorry. What is the Supreme Court saying? I'm sorry now, they say I have contempt, no contempt, but I'm applying the human instinct of common sense to the Supreme Court verdict. The person is in jail not for potential harm to the victim if he were to come out. The person is in jail for raping the victim and killing the father, which means despite the direct precedence of harm of relatives, lawyers, and even a murder conviction, the court felt compelled that Sengar is to be freed on a hyper-micro technicality. How do we do? I wish the Aam Aadmi got this kind of justice, Ranjana. I mean, come on here. Come on here. What's going on here? No. Ye theek nahi hai. This is not right. This is not right. The CGI should have asked the High Court some tough questions today. Please.
Can I come in?
Yeah, please.
For the sake of your viewers, and let me get into the technicalities, or I would not call it hyper-technicalities. Let's understand what the Supreme Court has said today.
Yes.
Let's understand that. First and foremost, the Supreme Court today...
He's putting the mic on over there.
Yeah, they just...
Change the mic, yeah. Let's carry on, yeah. Go on.
Let's understand,
Carry on.
Yeah, today the Supreme Court has not decided the matter in finality. Let's understand, and allow me to complete, Arnab, for that matter. Supreme Court has said that Supreme Court has, let's understand, the matter is still pending. The appeal is still pending before the High Court. Therefore, I, as an officer of the court, would not comment on the merits of the case, because that is not, it's sub judice matter. I will only go qua the procedure. All I'm saying is that today Supreme Court has said there are some substantial questions of law, and being a constitutional and apex court, the High Court and Supreme Court, under any appeal or any kind of challenge, is supposed to first look into the tenets of law. One. Now, for example, Supreme Court would, let us say, one of the key issues that today has been looked into is the issue of the public servant, right, under Section 2, Subclause 2 of the POCSO Act. Yeah. Now, let us understand what Section 2 and Subclause 2 says. I'm not going to be here a lawyer in terms of teaching. No, one second.
You're saying a politician is not a public servant. The civil servant would be a public servant.
I am not saying that, I'm supporting that. Understand, it's a question of today, we cannot expect a court to function on emotions and moralities.
No, you're...
One second. Hold on. No. One second. Hold on. 1 second. So all I'm saying is that, 1 second.
Ranjana is also coming. Everyone on, please watch that. Ranjana, let him complete. Ranjana, let him complete. We are going to open this.
It's a question of a morality versus legality. It is highly derogatory to cast aspersions on a judge of a High Court who has purely, and I would say he is, without naming the honourable judge, he is one of the best, one of the most impeccable judges. 1 second, Arnab, 1 second.
Sharian, 1 minute. Sharian,
no, 1 second.
Sharian, listen, 1 minute. No, I'll give you, why 1 second? I'll give you 100 seconds. I just want to tell you guys. Now listen here. I'm saying something important to you. I just want to tell you guys that this sense of legal outrage, that non-legal people, people like us, Niranjan, non-legal people, we are non-legal, we can be confused. But 1 minute, yeah. See, you're talking to a guy who's been to jail. So just chill, everyone, right? Chill. I've been to jail. The standard joke is, Shaina, I have more lawyers who have defended me and have been against me than in the bar in Bombay and Delhi and Pune and Bangalore and Kolkata. By the way, I'm very popular in the courts. Now, wherever we go, start a channel, we have cases. The feeling is this, that you non-legal people are questioning legal people. We know affidavit 1, affidavit 2, subclause 1, subclause 3, 3.5, and then we also know qua this and qua that and qua this, with this charge sheet 1, charge sheet 2, CRPC section, this, that, Nyaya Sanhita, paragraph 1, page 75. And when you say all these things, you think you'll intimidate people like me. But listen, I'm not Rahul Gandhi, so I'm not Rahul Gandhi, so I'm going to give you a direct. No. 1 minute. This is my show. My question is, Are Baba, am I talking about an, listen, Sharian, 1 second, am I talking about an insubstantial thing? I am saying, what I am saying is, because I'm saying there's a substantial thing, that's why the Supreme Court opened it.
Arnab, just 20
substantial
seconds.
Thing, Arnab.
Under section 376 of the Penal Code and relevant POCSO provisions, a child age and the offender's dominant position ramp up the minimum sentence. Do not think that I am Rahul Gandhi, that I come without an argument. In categories like aggravated sexual assault, such as the case of Sengar, the minimum is 20 years. It can extend
Arnab,
for the rest.
That's precisely the question. 1 second.
Arnab, I was on your show in exactly a case where there was immense media trial. I'm talking about the Rohtak double gang rape case. Wait a minute. Those boys had CCTV footages of being 150 kilometers away from the position of that. They were thrown behind bars for 3.5 months. They were released finding no evidence against them, Arnab. You did not apologize. You did not say these guys.
Do you want to say that this was not rape? Do you want to say she was not a minor?
Tomorrow, what if he gets acquitted? Tomorrow, what if he gets acquitted?
What if he gets acquitted?
What if he gets acquitted, Arnab?
What do I do?
Do you want to say that?
If he gets acquitted, he's free.
Because so Delhi High Court is saying exactly that there's a sentence that he has already.
One minute, guys. Listen,
and he's
Deepika.
still in jail because in murder he's not coming out. He's not coming out.
Hey, listen, let me tell you, he would have got out in murder next.
He must be in jail in the crime that he has committed, and his sentence has also been rejected, suspension.
I have one viewer, one person who's not spoken. Her name is Shaina NC. Shaina NC should give her views in, and then I'll come in. You can all try attempt this, this dialectical lynching of Arnab Goswami. There's no problem there. Let her come in. By the way, AMA is on. Niranjan, keep reminding people AMA is on. Shaina, 1 minute, 1 minute, Shaina, and then you come back to you. Shaina.
Arnab, So Arnab, I am not a legal person, but 2017 cut to 2025, Kuldeep Singh Sengar cannot be insulated on any accord, and I think if at all we need to acknowledge the vacation bench led by Chief Justice Suryakant, Justice Maheshwari and Justice Augustine George, because they were the ones who actually ensured that the case be fast-tracked in the Supreme Court. Having said that, are there lacunas in the system? Clearly there are. Everyone knows how this case unfolded, and also the mysterious death of her father. So I think this late kind of a verdict for the victim's family is also testimony to the fact that the women of India and the women of this country stand in solidarity with the victim. There is no absolving Kuldeep Singh Sengar on the Unnao rape case. And
then in that case, I would like to ask you that it is so bad that Sakshi Maharaj, who was the Unnao BJP member of parliament, Shaina, in June of 2019, the then Unnao BJP MP Sakshi Maharaj went and met Kuldeep Singh Sengar in the Sitapur jail. Then he came out and made a proud statement. Sengar is such a lovely person, such a nice person, such a successful person, such a popular person. I came all the way to jail to thank him for the election results. And there was no morality there in that. He won the Lok Sabha election from the Unnao seat with the support of Kuldeep Singh Sengar. So these are questions, right?
Yes.
Should the ruling coalition not boycott people like Sengar politically?
Highly condemnable, but the
real punishment for a politician is irrelevance.
Ostracize him socially, and that's why the Shiv Sena is speaking up.
Why not ostracize Sengar politically? Why is Sengar not ostracized politically?
If you have,
why is Sengar not ostracized politically?
So that question needs to be asked to somebody else, not me. But as far as we are concerned, we're very clear. When it comes to rape, not absolving anybody. And in this particular case, genuinely, I think the vacation bench of the Honorable Chief Justice and all the other judges need to be thanked.
No, because Mr. Mukherjee. No, because Mr. Mukherjee mentioned judges. One of the viewer has actually written, I have the question here, you can read the question. Because they want to ask Arnab.
What is Mr. Sheridan asking?
I have a few things to say. Understand one thing, it will be wrong to say that the Supreme Court has given a verdict today. Understand, Supreme Court has raised a substantial question of law because it's the apex court of the country. The honorable judges had done a wonderful thing. And after deciding on the substantial question of law, the matter would be relegated back to the High Court to decide the appeal which is pending on merits. 1 second, Arnab.
Sharian, you've not managed to confuse me.
No, this is not confusion. Understand that, okay. Now the question is that when it comes to the merits of the case, today it's an aggravated offense because of the age of the victim. That is what was being discussed just a while ago. 1 second, the age of the victim has been, there have been multiple differences wherein panels of AIMS Delhi, panels of Gangaram, panels of RML Lucknow, all of them have conclusively said that she was a major during the date of the offense. Hold on. I don't want to comment. One second. I don't want to comment on the merits of the case. But considering that we are discussing substantial question of law, let's take today,
on the substantial question of law, can I ask one question? On the question of law.
Let's take today public servant.
Public question.
No, 1 minute. Ranjana is saying something. 1 minute. Sharian.
No, I just want to say, Arnab,
Guys, chill, man. 1 second. Ranjana,
all
listen.
these issues up now, does he want to say to people that the investigation agencies did not have all this data? Were they not aware of this? And this is something which is coming at when he's already been given life imprisonment. It's not very easy to conclusively prove. If you are a lawyer,
when a lorry comes and the lorry hits their car 11 times
Without a-
and 2 of her aunts die. 1 minute. Listen.
This is not what is mentioned in the investigation
1 minute,
report.
Deepika.
11 times is
Deepika.
not. No, 11 times is not a fact. I'm
Deepika.
sorry.
Okay, fine. 9 times.
IIT Delhi has
1 minute.
investigated that
Deepika.
Central Road Research
Deepika, you have to.
Institute and CBI.
Deepika, you have to listen.
We
The fact of the matter is that leave the oversight of the judiciary at the High Court stage. Just look the way I'm looking at it, from the point of view of the victim and injustice. Not with the point of view of technicality. Just look at what this girl has been through. Whether she was 16 or 17 or 15 is not the issue. Her father is killed. Why? Because she fought. Her aunts are killed. Why? Because she fought. And now you are telling me that she has the temerity not to note whether she was raped at 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock. I mean, this is like, Yogita, I want you to come in on this. Don't be so quiet on this. You dealt with this case. I'm sure you're seething at some of these arguments tonight, Yogita. Yeah, be here, Yogita, please. She's been quiet last 30 minutes. I will come to you. Yogita.
It's just that, I feel so disappointed when you are saying 11 times, she's saying not 11 times, this many times. I mean, how bizarre is that somebody can defend such a person, such a goon? How many,
he has been discharged. This is not what the IIT Delhi report
I have met her in that hospital that time.
Yes,
that was the time I had first time met her in the hospital when she was critical. She was on ventilator. I have seen her from those days fighting still. For the justice, the zeal to come back to life even after so much she's gone through. And this was unexpected.
And we are going to still say after a judicial process, today you are appreciating Supreme Court because they stayed the order.
Was she in the car?
Everything is a coincidence,
Was she in the car
Everything
when
is a
an
coincidence.
You're going to say that
Everything is a coincidence. Her rape, her gang rape, her gang rape, her father, the accident, everything can it be a coincidence? Even a child, child will know not everything can be a coincidence. How can you defend that? Deepika, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I'm asking you a very important question today, Yogita. I'm asking you a very important question because there were 2 women who were accused in this gang rape case as well. Shashi Singh and Nidhi Singh. Please answer.
Ranjana.
You are diverting the issue. You are not looking at the larger
Ranjana is reacting.
This is very sad, Arnab.
Don't deflect from the issue. Go and fight and get them also justice.
In one statement,
they are also behind the bar. That does not absolve Mr. Sengar from the punishment he has been given. It does not make him. It does not allow, does not give power to High Court to suspend him. No, you are just today. I think what you are saying is absolutely irrational. It's nonsense what you are saying because it doesn't prove any point. Even if the accident happened
because
once.
one second.
No need for police in this country.
How does it matter? Even if he was not
because we are on the.
I want to.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Please put a court and decide on all.
1 minute.
I just want to say here today that
then please run your courts and punish people and have everyone
thank you,
who is accused of rape,
Deepika.
whether 2.5 months later.
Deepika,
or 2
thank you.
years
Let's be
later,
brief.
or 10
Listen,
years
I'm
later.
closing. I want to make some. Sharian, I'll give you 30 seconds because I'm running overtime. I have to start by 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Yes. If you allow me.
No, but my point is you've not understood one thing.
One
second. You got to look at it. The people came out on the streets. Why did they come out on the streets?
I understand what you are nurturing here is emotional listening. All I'm saying is different. I'm saying, as a lawyer of the court, I'm saying, as I told you, Supreme Court is going to decide on the substantial question of law. Let's say, for example, public servant. Now, one second, Arnab, 1 second. You have given me an option, so let me at least answer your question. Now, today, by saying that, okay, he'll be brought into, because, the law clearly says, the Act, Boxer clearly says, it has to be referred to IPC.
Sharian,
1 second, Arnab, 1 second.
1 minute, I'm talking to him now. I'm talking to him. It is audio interruption. I'm listening to him. 1 minute. Allow me to you complete your
by saying, let us say, for example, there can be another connotation to it that saying public servant. So today, a MLA who is living in a place, all the children in that constituency would be believed to have the trust and authority under that MLA, and the parents completely alienating. So one second, hold on. So understand the word trust.
You can't keep saying hold on, expect me to hold on when you are talking.
So
1 minute. Sharian. Now I heard. Listen, you are saying something quite predictable. Now I'll say one thing to you. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me, Sharian. Sharian, listen to me. Let me tell you one thing today. It's not just that the people have risen. Listen to me.
I'm not denying it.
Please listen. Please listen here. Listen here, please. Understand as a lawyer the simple point I'm making. When a division bench comprising Justice Subramaniam Prasad and Justice Harish Vaidyanathan say in para 42, check the para.
Yes.
1 minute. 1 minute. Para 49, saying offence under 5C of the POCSO Act is not made out against the appellant on account of him not falling within the definition of a public servant. Which means, viewers, I'll tell you in simple English, that's my job. The sentence was suspended on the basis of judicial interpretation of the POCSO Act that said that the MLA is not a public servant. It does not look at the gravity of the offence. And the gravity of the offence is a 50-year-old politician raping a 15-year-old girl. Power to the people, ladies and gentlemen. We'll fight technicalities later. Justice for the people. Justice not for the rich. Justice not just for the connected. Justice not just for the connected. Justice for the people. Sharian, I have to close. I'll continue. Look at the time. I have to start 9 o'clock.
Appeal should be decided.
Show him on air.
One last comment.
Let Sharian be on air.
The provision of appeal under 374 gives the power to an appellate court to look into the illegalities.
Sharian.
1 second, hold on, Arnab, before giving me time, so let me...
Sharian, I am not giving you time. I am being indulgent. I have to start my 9 o'clock.
We cannot say...
Well, I'm not listening to Sharian. Sharian, I'll tell you one thing. One minute. Don't keep protesting. Sharian, listen to me now. Listen to me now. Now listen to me out here. Sharian, don't pass judgment on what is right and wrong, and don't be a sycophant of the judges on my program. My point tonight is this. 1 minute, Sharian. You may listen, Sharian. You are practicing in the Supreme Court. You have a reason to make your point. Please go back after the program and listen to what I'm saying out here. And remember, right to life and personal liberty. Please understand the High Court in para 43, when you go back, see page 50, which says, letting the appellant be in jail when he has already spent 7 years and 5 months would be violative of Article 21 of the Constitution.
So therefore, read section...
So, allow me, don't teach me. The life sentence is therefore suspended because the judges thought that the rape convicts right to life and personal liberty under Article 21. Call for it. What about the rights of the people, ladies and gentlemen? Now I'm closing. I'm starting 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock on the Aravali judgment. In exactly 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, we are starting the 9 o'clock program. Sorry for the delay. 30 seconds. Title.